All right,
Oh,
we
God,
are
Dr.
we are
Pee-pee?
officially. Oh, I'm sorry, Dr. Peepee.
Oh, yeah, you heard me.
You do a standard Dr. Peepee. You do a diet.
Diet.
You do a diet. Okay.
I do diet. I cut real soda out of my diet.
I don't know what it is about diet soda. I don't know which chemicals specifically I like, but I'm a diet soda guy too.
Which one? Let's see. I think the more common one is just aspartame. Yeah, it's just aspartame in here. Pretty good stuff, man.
Bring it, dude. If can I buy aspartame just in like a big jar, like a bucket?
Sure, I'm sure you can.
I will.
Surely you must be able
spoon
to.
feed that right into my mouth hole. Let me get on Amazon
You can
right now.
you can buy a barrel of personal lubricant by like the oil drum barrel size. So like
Whoa.
if you can't buy some aspartame,
I mean, people need that. Oh, so Equal
Let's
is
see.
just aspartame.
probably yeah.
Splenda? Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
god. Dude, you could get 2,000 packets, $21. I could get it cheaper. Come on, Amazon, you're not fooling me.
We need like industrial like wholesale aspartame. I need an aspartame plug.
I need it by the drum.
Fun fact, aspartame became a thing because there was some chemists doing their thing, doing chemistry as chemists do. And one of them asked like the other guy in the lab with them, he said, test this. Like they're doing something. But the guy heard taste this. And so he tasted it. And it was sweet. And the other guy was like, what the fuck are you doing? He goes, you said taste this. He said, no, I said test this. And he was like, well, it's sweet. And he goes, really? And they're like, yeah. And then so that's how aspartame became a thing.
Dude, that guy got sick. He
Is-
rolled the dice for a second.
Genuinely. He
Test this.
genuinely did. 'Cause
No, it's
that's-
powdered sulfuric acid.
Yeah. That's asbestos, you idiot.
You fucking moron.
And yeah, so here we are. So we have aspartame completely by accident.
Nice.
Accidentally on purpose.
And somehow, legally, companies could say sugar-free.
Yeah, because it's not sugar.
But I mean, come on. You know what I'm saying? You're
So sugars have a certain shape, like chemically, and they react with your taste buds by matching the like receptor of that same shape
okay.
of that molecule.
Okay.
And so it tricks your brain into thinking, oh, these pieces fit perfectly, so this must be sweet. Like this is the receptor for sweet, and it's being matched with that little matching puzzle piece of chemical structure. And so it's a very similar chemical structure. It's not sugar, but it looks like sugar to the body. So the body's like, yep, that's sugar, so it's sweet.
Your body's like processing it like sugar, right?
Correct.
Your body's like,
Yeah.
oh fuck, okay, this is sugar. I'm getting excited.
It's like with capsaicin, like when you eat spicy peppers. Like it's not physically burning your body. Your body just goes, oh, this chemical that has touched this receptor is the same biomechanical mechanism for hot. So therefore, this is hot. And your body says that's hot when it's not actually hot. It's just a chemical tricking your brain into going, yep, that's temperature hot.
Dude,
so that's why your mouth burns.
I appreciate you breaking down the science. I'm just saying it's false advertising. I had this argument with my grandma. She had soda with aspartame in it. Like I don't know what brand it was, but the whole thing on the front is like, oh, sugar free, and she's like, oh, see, it's sugar free, and I was like, you don't understand. Like this is, there's so much. Like the fact that it says 0 grams of sugar on the back is criminal.
Yeah.
It's criminal, right?
Here, I'll give you a better hill to die on. You know when you like when you're eating. When you're eating like Tic Tacs or like gum or whatever, and it says like 0 calories per serving or whatever,
Okay.
or even with the soda, like it says 0 calories. It's not actually 0 calories, but there is a minimum amount of calories per serving that you have to meet before you say there's sugar, there's calories in this, and I think it's either 3 to 5 calories per serving. So if you're eating something that says 0 calories, it can be anywhere from 1 to like just under 3 or just under 5, whatever that limit is. So all of the 0 calorie stuff always has at least a couple calories, but at the end of the day, it's completely dietarily insignificant. And so legally, they're allowed to say there's 0 calories per serving if it's less than a certain amount of calories. So there is calories.
Okay.
So that's a better hill to die on.
But you're saying it's probably less than 3.
Correct.
Calories.
It's a couple calories, but it's not
I'm
0.
okay with that. I'm not going to get litigious over that. I'm just saying if the
okay.
0 calorie, if a 12 to 16 ounce beverage has the equivalent to like 36 grams of sugar, if I'm eating like a liquid Snickers bar, I need to know about it. Legally, I think the public should know about it.
But it's not sugar. It's sugar shaped in terms of chemistry.
It's sugar shaped. Dude, you're hitting me with the clean coal right now. No, we're burning clean coal.
Yo, we're double sifting it. We're passing the smoke through cheesecloth. It's clean, I promise. It's fine. You're getting an atmospherically insignificant amount of coal in your lungs is what I'm trying to say. Just accept it as 0 and you'll be fine.
Accept it.
Just gaslight your body into thinking we're not poisoning you and your kids and your kids.
Unbelievable.
Oh, another how about this? Fucking which one was it? ExxonMobil? Pretty sure it was ExxonMobil.
Okay.
Big oil tycoons.
Sure. Let's throw them all under the bus. I'm ready.
Yeah, fuck all of the fossil fuel industry. But ExxonMobil knew the human effect on climate change back in the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
They paid for their own like firm to like run the numbers and find out like how significant of an impact humans had on climate change.
Mm-hmm.
And they found it was very significant and almost solely human driven. And they go, great. And they sat on the data since like the 70s. So they knew how catastrophic our impact was to the planet and the change in the climate. And they just didn't tell anybody so they can continue doing their business. Like they know that they are the problem and that, the rest of our human doing is causing climate change. And they're like, fuck yeah, tell no one. And that recently got exposed.
Yeah, so I read a little bit about that. So what happens now? That's what I want to know.
It's at this point it's too big of an industry to fail. So like it would require like sweeping government reform before like the companies would actually be forced to do anything about it. Cause like they routinely like, when there's like, like oil rig ruptures and it just dumps a bunch of oil in the ocean.
Oh my God.
Or like oil pipelines burst and a bunch of oil gets all over the place. Like they're fined like a couple $1 million when they make like tens of billions of dollars per quarter.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like that's like me getting fined for jaywalking like 10 cents. I'm like, okay, here you go. Like they're making like in orders of magnitude more money per quarter than they are how much they get charged for like a single fine like once every couple years.
Yeah.
So it's like there's nothing that's like you're ruining everything. Stop. They're like, no thanks. Look how much money I'm making. And so they just keep doing it. And so until there's like a proper like mandate by the government, nothing's going to change unless they decide to change.
I mean, so I'm looking at some numbers right now. Total oil and gas lobbyist funds, I guess, going into our political system. 2022 was $91.29 million.
That's so little money when you think about it in the grand scheme.
Yeah.
Like they're giving like individual politicians like $300,000 and like they're lobbying for these oil companies. So it's like they're effectively dooming the planet and like the future of like their kids and grandkids for a couple $100,000 like for the now.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like I'm sure a lot of these CEOs, a lot of these politicians have families, right? Have children, want to have grandchildren, want their legacy to continue. But the planet's completely fucked. And everyone holds their hands over their ears and eyes and goes, I don't know. I don't believe the science.
What's the saying? Like wisdom is when a man plants a tree whose shade he knows he'll never sit in. Or it's like something like that. So it's like doing something now that will benefit the future Like if you're making a change for good that you're not going to benefit from in your lifetime, like that's like a true like litmus test for like a properly like wise decision for the future, or like for humanity.
Maybe I'm a little ignorant to it, but how is Citizens United, the Citizens United Act, and lobbying still allowed? It's kind of fucking. I mean, obviously, it's because the money, like the people who make the laws are getting paid out.
Exactly.
But it's regulated corruption, right?
Correct. Yeah, it was a decision that turned corporations into people. So Citizens United effectively made it to where there was no cap on how much money a person could donate to a politician for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
And so corporations are effectively, by Citizens United standards, like a corporation is considered like, like if a corporation donates money to a politician, that's considered like a private citizen to citizen like transaction, essentially. And so because of that, like right now you could give however much money you wanted to whatever politician you wanted to, because that's your right as a person. But they wrote it in a way that also extends to corporations.
It's the sugar-free equivalent to political corruption, right? This isn't sugar.
It's the aspartame.
This isn't a bribe.
Political corruption.
This isn't corruption. It's Citizens United. I mean,
yeah. There's a really funny / depressing / interesting, like not really a theory at this point. It's like just an observable thing that basically every bad decision that has been made or every bad thing that's happened to this country could basically all be tracked back to Reagan. It was either his decision or a direct domino effect to his decisions that led us to where we're at right now.
Okay.
And it's actually pretty interesting. Where it's like, if there's something bad that he didn't cause, that thing that happened that was bad happened as a direct result of something that he did, essentially. So like everything that's causing everything to go to shit, he's like once or twice removed from the decision that caused it.
Jesus.
If not directly involved. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. But he did a lot of irreparable damage to the country, which is unfortunate.
Oh, Ronnie. What are we gonna do with you,
my
man?
boy, old Ronnie Reagan, dude.
He got that wall taken down though. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, he's like, yo, Mr. Gorbachev, if you wouldn't mind,
tear down that wall, trick it down.
Get rid of it.
Economics, Reaganomics. That's all I know about Reagan.
Yeah, pretty much.
I got it. All his policies.
Said, Mr. Gorbachev, tear down that wall. And thus,
Gorbachev. Honestly, I feel bad for Gorbachev because he's kind of in the hot seat, right? Tear down that wall. He's just sitting there like, fuck. Like, what am I gonna do now? I'm gonna keep the wall up.
And he was running the Soviet Union when Chernobyl exploded.
Ooh.
Yeah. There's a really interesting story about Gorbachev came to visit the U.S. and he took a detoured stop at a grocery store because he was under the impression that while he was here,
I've heard you had pieces of Reese's. Like
I've only had the one Reese. I'm looking for pieces of Reese. And so he was under the assumption that he was being given like a very tailored tour, like a very staged tour of the U.S. And so he wanted to see if that was the case. And so he took a detoured stop to go to a grocery store. Like he asked to go to like a grocery store that was completely way out of the way of like where he was and like where his itinerary had him staying. So he was like, pop quiz, like take me somewhere where you weren't planning to take me, to like try and catch us and like, aha, like gotcha kind of thing. And instead he got brought to just a normal like American grocery store, just like you're accustomed to. And he was like completely blown away at like the options that we had. You know, you walk into a grocery store, you have like the fruit, the vegetables, like the produce, the meat, the dairy, like fucking cheese. There's like all this, there's all the shit that you would find in a grocery store. And they obviously didn't have that in the Soviet Union. Like you got, very little in comparison. And that was it said that that experience, like that moment of like, oh shit, like we are not like the big bosses that we thought we were. You know, like that realization for him was is credited to a big chunk of the reason potentially why that led to his stepping down of leading the USSR. He was just like, damn, like the US has just got us fucking beat, dude. He's like, I was trying to catch them, like, you know, he just thought everything was like a very, very carefully crafted like facade.
Yeah, like
so
a tour of North Korea.
Exactly. And so he's like, bring me here. And he's like, oh my God, this shit's lit. Like, you guys got 8 different types of beef jerky, and fucking you can buy milk for a few cents a gallon, like whatever, you know? And it just blew his fucking mind. Which is kind of crazy to think about.
Yeah, because it wasn't one of the primary objectives of the Cold War to have the USSR kind of burn through their funds, their economy, the space race and whatnot. We were trying to just, I guess, get Russia to spend so much money that they couldn't possibly wage a war against us or any other country.
Yeah, I think that was like it was probably like a secondary objective. I think is probably arguably the primary objective is just kind of like a show of force, like to the world and to like us, like here at home. And like the advancement that we made during like the space race and like the 60s, like the mid to late 60s, was probably not going to happen again in human history. Like the amount of technological leaps we made was insane.
Rob, we didn't really make any leaps. Like, obviously,
right,
the moon landing
was all fake.
Faked.
Yeah. Well, sorry, the advancements in cinematography, I should have.
You think Stanley Kubrick was just clear. He had a little downtime between
Kubrick was like, let's
Shining
just make it seem
and Clockwork
like
Orange, dude. There's
exactly.
a little gap in his employment.
He's like, hold on, we need to gaslight the country.
I don't think he was in the Bahamas, dude. I think he was on set, on the moon set.
The moon set. I heard the moon set was all made completely out of cheese. Like the whole set was just cheese.
He pulled a Tim Burton. He's like, yeah, we're gonna make it out of real cheese.
Real
like, hold
cheese.
on.
Honest to goodness cheese. What's crazy though is when you conceptualize the fact that we went from the first, like the Wright brothers, we had the first human flight. We went from that to putting a man on the moon in one human lifetime. So there were people that were born when the Wright brothers were doing the first manned flight that were also alive when we put a man on the moon. Like that's how quickly we made those jumps during the space race.
It's pretty impressive, dude. We could do great things when we focus our energy towards good.
Mm-hmm. Just like we kind of talked about it or touched on a little bit ago, a couple weeks ago about COVID, the whole mRNA bring over like vaccine technology. Like right now there's a cure for cancer that uses mRNA technology that's in human trials right now.
Mm-hmm.
There's I think like there's a vaccine for what was it just recently, I forget which, like one of the really common ones is another mRNA vaccine.
Okay.
So it's like just like that, the amount of work that we got done on like that vaccine technology for mRNA stuff was pretty insane too. Was like a year during COVID, they had that time to create the vaccine.
Yeah.
And then they're like, wait, we could use this for a whole bunch of other shit.
Yeah.
And so it's
we got the vaccine for diarrhea, baby. You're gonna go when you want.
Will you have diarrhea in your life? You just vaccinate.
It's impressive, dude. We could do great things when we just focus our energies towards for good.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
But I would rather. Never mind.
You would rather have diarrhea.
I would never rather have diarrhea. If you ever hear me say that, call the cops. Someone's got a gun to my head.
Oh my god! Give me the D.
Give me the vaccine for the D.
Whatever the vaccine for the D. I'm not getting my D vaccine. Bill Gates putting microchips in my butt.
Hey, not in my butt, Mister.
Hashtag not in my butt. It's trending on Twitter.
So I've heard. right along with The Last of Us.
Dude, tonight, right? What, in an
Tonight.
hour, 20 minutes. So I guess we'll talk about it on next week's episode. But The Last of Us HBO series airs tonight.
I'm hyped for it. I'm excited to kind of see like how they're gonna take it. Like, is it gonna be like how close to the game? Because if it's gonna be close, I feel like we're gonna be heartbroken on the first episode.
So, we're going to be heartbroken throughout. The showrunner, producer, whoever said they don't want to go beyond the 2 games. They don't want to adapt anything else.
They're not going to adapt. Yeah.
Which I think is great. It's a really deep, dark, story, and I really hope they don't go the Walking Dead route and do 13 seasons. Nobody needs that.
I mean, especially with the budget they're running, I don't know if anyone's going to fund it for that long. Like, I almost wonder if the shortness of it was part of their bargaining chip to be like, we have this really big plan for the show, and it's gonna take a lot of money. How long is this running for? Because like you can't keep that up forever.
So I'm seeing, the budget per episode was between 10 and 15 mil. That's pretty high.
It's like Game of Thrones budget.
Yeah, it's a lot of dough. Not as expensive as the Rings of Power, which I thought was fine. But it's up there. It is up there. I'm excited. I love Pedro Pascal. He's a fantastic actor. I'm excited to see Bella Ramsey in this new part. She played the young Mormont girl in Game of Thrones. Mm-hmm. She was pretty good then. So, I mean, it was a really well-written character. So, I'm excited to see what she does with Ellie.
I feel like she sounds like Ellie, which is pretty cool. Like when I hear her talk, like I can easily see her being Ellie.
Okay.
Which I feel like is kind of tight.
Good for her. Yeah, I'm stoked, man. It's nice to see the writing in video games getting recognized.
Yeah.
Because as far as video game adaptations go, right where my head goes to is the Doom movie with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, the Resident Evil movies, which are not great. And
what about Mortal Kombat? You remember the Mortal Kombat movie?
Kombat, not great. New one was fun. It was fun. Pretty like a faithful adaptation, which I could appreciate. And then Uncharted with Tom Holland, which was cute. Again, it was like a fun, silly movie. But it's nice to see them finding a mature game, and I don't think they're gonna dilute it at all. I think it's gonna be pretty fucking graphic, and it's gonna do the story justice. I mean, so far all the reviews have been really good.
Do we know what the rating is?
I'm assuming TVMA. I don't know. Let me see. I'm getting the old Googs.
The old Googs.
Last of Us show rating.
Was it the MPAA? The NCAA? What's the
intense acts of violence?
That sounds like TVMA.
Yeah, I like it. Wait, is this the game? Or is this the show? See, I typed in ratings and it's all reviews.
Yeah.
But it should be very graphic. The game is extremely graphic.
Oh, wow.
And for all of our listeners, hi listeners, everybody doesn't know The Last of Us. It's post-apocalyptic United States.
United States.
There's been a fungus that is almost zombifying people, causing them to frenzy and cannibalize. And 20 years after this pandemic wipes out the human population, we follow a man who's kind of tasked with bringing a girl across the United States. And it is dark and twisted, but it's a fantastic story.
Ashley Johnson and Troy Baker are in the show.
Yeah. And they voiced the two main characters in the games. But yeah, they're in the show. I think Ashley Johnson plays Ellie's mother in the show.
Really?
If I'm not mistaken.
Cool.
I think.
She plays Anna Williams. I don't know who that is.
Okay. Me neither.
but she's in 2 episodes and Troy is in 1. So according to IMDb, first episode's got a 9.9 out of 10.
Woo!
Pretty steep.
That's pretty high.
That makes me happy.
So,
okay, so it is TVMA. You're right.
Yeah, it should be. Watching people getting eaten alive.
Oh man, I'm so excited. It's gonna be so good.
Dude, HBO, man, killing it with The Last of Us. Absolutely woke up in the bed covered in shit with the Velma animated series.
I want it to be good, dude. I like Mindy Kaling a lot. I hope Chris was right,
like
and it's
Scooby-Doo
just them
a
getting
lot.
shit on because she's brown.
I'm like an old school Scooby-Doo fan.
Yeah.
I'll say this: if Velma's getting review bombed because Velma isn't white, that's the stupidest and shittiest thing I've ever heard.
Welcome.
If it's getting shit on because it's a terrible show, sorry.
Yeah, like
everybody.
if it sucks, great. But like, come on. It's 2023. You know?
Yeah, get over it. What are you upset about? Stop being a racist.
Ooh,
Who
get brown
who
people out of
cares?
my Scooby-Doo.
Relax.
Get brown people out of my talking dog show. Really? Is that
Glenn-
serious to you?
Yeah, right?
Crazy.
Dude,
That was
Glenn
crazy.
Howerton voices Fred. Dennis from Always Sunny.
Yeah.
That's fucking great. Damn, and they blew it? Constance Wu is Daphne? How did they mess this up?
I hope they did.
Oh
Truly
my
hope they did.
god. It's like you got the beef, the buns, the bacon, the cheese, and somehow
Yo,
you blew it?
they got the meat and they blew it?
Right? You had all the
Unbelievable.
ingredients to make something delicious. I honestly, I kind of want to watch it and just,
Yeah, I want to give it a fair shake.
let's give it a fair shake. I'll go into it blind, salt-free. And when I say salt-free, I don't mean, but it's like packed with sodium. It's not salt, it's sodium.
It's a sodium analog, okay? It's not actual
Oh.
sodium.
Your taste buds are registering as salt, but it's actually, I'm
Yeah.
turning into fucking Inosuke. Tanjiro, what kind of salt is this?
Get the sodium out of my food.
Can we talk about how I sent you that guy's doing a signing at
Made
a
my blood
convention
boil.
soon, and I was like, dude, we're getting tickets.
As soon as I saw what's his name, Stephen Papadopoulos. What's his name?
Something like that.
Brian Papadopoulos. Bryce Pappenbrook. Bryce Paperback Book.
I'm
Whatever the
gonna
fuck
meet
his name
him.
was.
I'm gonna get him to sign some stuff. I don't know. I think he's cool.
I'm sure he's a nice guy, but
He's.
I don't know, he
I've
looks
seen
like
him do
a-
some Instagram videos, and he seemed really nice.
he looks like a floor salesman at Circuit City.
Damn, dude. Ooh.
But I'm sure he's fine. Like I'm sure he's a great guy. I hate
I'm
his
sure
voice
you're
acting
great.
for Inosuke.
You just look like a loser, is what you're saying.
I mean, a little bit.
You know what? That's actually mean. All of our listeners who work at Circuit City, I'm sorry. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing.
It's
Nothing
okay, there's
shameful in a day's work for a day's pay.
There's no more Circuit City, thank God.
Yeah,
they went
right.
the way of
They all went
Micro
out.
Center, or not Micro Center.
Best Buy.
No, what the fuck was
PC
it? The one that we had
Richards and
out
Son?
here.
Wait, no, that's
Um,
Sleepy's, right?
Oh,
Fuck.
what was the other one? The big one that was like out here. I don't remember.
Brother man.
It was like
Walmart?
Micro Center, but not. No, they went out of business. It started with a T, I thought.
Target.
No, they're still here. It was like a. Damn.
I don't think we
I don't
got
remember.
those, dude.
No, you don't.
We
Nobody does it anymore. They're out of
unfortunately only
business.
have Best Buy.
Best Buy sucks, man.
It's
I hate Best Buy.
the worst place in the world.
I try not to buy from them as infrequently as I can.
I do too, dude. I had to order Alex's headphones for her birthday through Best Buy. They were like the only ones that would get her on time and probably not be counterfeit.
I hate that for you.
Yeah, 6th Avenue Electronics had them on sale for like $100 off, and everyone's like, "These are fake." They're like, "Yeah, if you find these headphones brand new for $100 off, they're fake." And I was like, fuck."
Truly.
So here we go, Best Buy. Enjoy my money, you bastards. You cunts.
So I'm trying to find a list of So there's the animation studio Mappa.
Okay.
Mappa, MAPPA. They have animated like a lot of the really killer animes.
Okay.
And in this year alone, the shows they're animating are Jujutsu Kaisen season 2,
Wow.
Attack on Titan season 4, Hell's Paradise, Alice Illusion Factory,
Chainsaw Man,
Factory, which is a movie, Chainsaw Man, and Vinland Saga, and One Punch Man season 3.
Holy
is
crap.
all this same animation studio.
Hello, Mappa.
So like basically they're animating everything that's coming out this year.
Holy crap, good for them.
So Godspeed to those animators, and Tom Brady's going to see more of his kids than the people at Mappa is what I'm saying.
Oh my god. Dude, honestly, if you look at Jujutsu Kaisen, if you look at Demon Slayer, Chainsaw Man, it's quality animation.
Great animation.
It doesn't look like the recycled cells of like old school DBZ in One Piece. Good for them. That's awesome. Yeah, we got some good stuff coming out quarter 1. If you're a nerd, I mean, you've pretty much got Christmas for the next 3 months.
Yeah, if you like anime, this is your year. There's one coming out that is it's a Korean anime. But there's a manga out that Gabe's been asking me to read forever. But it's called Solo Leveling. You might have heard of it. But that's like a new one that's coming out, and the manga is all full color, like art.
Ooh.
And apparently, like the manga for it looks
I got a little
incredible.
too turned on by that.
You're
the manga's in full
my
color.
nipples got hard from that, and like I wasn't even the one that was that excited to hear it.
Dude, can we?
Yeah, so that apparently
sorry.
looks really good. That was I was just saying,
Solo
it apparently looks really good.
I'm interested. I got a lot to read right now. I'm gonna have some time at work this week. I gotta read Jujutsu Kaisen. I gotta read Chainsaw Man. And I will check out.
I need to read Demon Slayer. I gotta get that out of the way.
So freaking good. I started My Hero Academia Vigilantes, the spinoff, which is also a prequel. That was good. My buddy Matt finished that. He said it was fucking great, and he was waiting for the characters in that to show up in the main series, because I think My Hero Academia is going to end in the next 12 to 18 months tops. I think it's over. And the writer said he's like this is it. And I can almost feel him running out of steam. I was talking to Alex's brother about this. It feels like he's kind of lost control on the world that he built, because there are all these factions and characters that have been introduced, given a little bit of backstory, whatever, and there's this huge monumental final battle, and those characters aren't around. Like, maybe they'll show up at some point, but as a reader, I have no idea why those characters aren't here right now, and I'm very confused. It's like the Justice League going toe-to-toe with a huge enemy that was super planned out, and, like, Batman's not there. Or not even Batman. Let's say, like, The Flash, or, some other people, like, I don't know, Green Arrow, Green Lantern. You're like, where are these guys?
Right.
Like, why are they not here right now? So, I don't know. That's kind of my complaint. But hey, we'll see.
Yeah, that's more or less kind of what happened with Naruto. Like towards the end of that show, it just kind of like, it was almost like Toriyama introducing power levels into DBZ kind of like fucked him and like pigeonholed like how that show is gonna like be from then on out.
Mm-hmm.
Because like once he committed to the whole like power scaling thing, it just like completely just makes like the only thing you can do is just make somebody stronger. So it's like every fight or every villain that Goku goes up against is just, they're just stronger. That's all it is, and he has to get stronger. Like they have to match power levels.
That was the big problem with DBZ. There's no real justification for anything. It's like, the main character becomes a god, and then the next villain just happens to be even strong. Like, how is that even like?
Yeah, it's like then you, like as you look back, you're like, oh man, thank God Goku fought these villains in this exact order.
Like everyone's hitting me with like a higher number Uno card. Like, I don't know. As a viewer, that's not really like stimulating or fun.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because like, what happens if Frieza showed up before Raditz? Like, oops, there is no DBZ.
There's no DBZ. Yeah, I mean DBZ is a kid show, so you gotta,
Yeah.
you
True,
can't
but,
look
like-
for logic. You just stick around for the fights, and for Sean
Oh, the fights are
Schemmel
so
and
good,
Chris
though.
Sabat to just go all out as Goku and Vegeta, and then then we wrap it up. Apparently the new movie was good. I'm waiting for that to come out so we can watch that.
Yeah, fucking win, dude. I'm gonna watch it with my grandkids.
23rd. It was in theaters over the summer. On DVD
March?
in March. Yeah.
March.
Dude, we were talking about this the other night. I think all of these anime, I think it's Crunchyroll and Funimation that releases them in theaters. I think they have such a late digital and DVD release to try and incentivize people to get into the theaters, because both movies made money.
Right.
The DBZ movie and the One Piece movie that came out.
Did you
over
see a
the
One Piece
summer.
game came out?
Yeah, it doesn't look great. Yeah, One Piece movie Red grossed over $200 million globally.
Goddamn,
Yeah, good for them. That's awesome.
that's a lot of money.
And I think DBZ did really well too. So Funimation, Crunchyroll, they're killing it. Yeah, new One Piece game. The One Piece game, I can't get into it, dude. You know what it is? It's like you walk around as the main characters who are in their like generic outfit, and I was watching it. It's like it's a turn-based RPG, and like a bunch of wacky raccoons will like pop out, and then you gotta battle the raccoons. And, they're all super silly. It all looks very silly. And One Piece has, like, a silly cartoon style, so I guess it makes sense. But I don't know. It just didn't look like it was for me. One Piece
That's a bummer.
and it's kind of weird, too, because, like, it's the highest selling manga for, like, the last 10 years.
Right.
They made one fighting game, like, 6 or 7 years ago, that was fucking fantastic. I loved it. One Piece Burning Blood. It was great. Never made another one. Haven't even thought about it.
Yeah,
They just keep giving us more
why.
silly RPGs. I don't know.
Yeah, that happens more frequently than it should. I feel like just random, and it doesn't even have to be like anime games. Just like random like franchises will get like one good game, and then like they just kind of don't give us those anymore.
Yeah, and I don't know. I just don't want to beat up crabs as Luffy, and I don't know. It's just one thing that pisses me off, and like I'm a super One Piece nerd. When the crew gets to an island or it's been a few days, there's a time lapse. They're wearing different clothes, and it's that little detail that I love, and those outfits kind of become iconic to the story arc. Like I could see,
Right.
oh, Sanji's in his maroon suit. I know he's on Wano Kuni. Or like, they're people. So after a few days, they change clothes. And why does the
Right.
game just have their like generic outfits on? It just drives me nuts. Like the director of the game, like the artist, they have to be at least a little bit passionate about it, right? You didn't want to give Luffy a
you would
different
hope.
shirt? Oh, a new island. Oh, we're here. This is exciting. It's an adventure. Let me put on a cool hat. Let me get some goggles. Maybe a pair of boots. I don't know. It seems so like uninspired and like surface level.
Yeah.
And then the gameplay looks so fucking boring. And then on top of that, it's $60. I think I'm good.
Yeah, that's kind of what I felt like with the Demon Slayer game. It's kind of like a little arena fighter, but it was like it seemed pretty shallow, and then it was like 70 American. It was like, no, I can't do that.
Really?
I can't do that. I'm sorry.
At,
Yeah.
at least with like a fighting game, you could get some replayability out of it, and if you got a friend who's a fan, you could like have a good time. But you wouldn't want to get a Demon Slayer game where you run around like fighting mean little dogs
Yeah.
in a turn.
Like even if I find this like on like a key reseller, it's still like $30-something.
and also like all those
for
games are always so behind
The
on the manga,
Hinokami
the anime.
Chronicles.
Hinokami Kagura, baby, Dance of the Sun God.
Yo, when in doubt, Hinokami Kagura, dude.
We're going to play a drinking game where every time Tanjiro says Hinokami Kagura, you take one shot of gin. And whoever
Oh,
gets their
God.
stomach pumped at the nearest hospital first
Wins.
You win. Wait, no, you
Man.
lose, right?
You lose.
If you get your stomach pumped, you lose. You're a bitch.
the last one standing, the last one pumped.
Yeah.
I didn't like that.
Because we're both going to the hospital every
The
time.
last one pumped.
Hino Kami Kagura. Just wait till the final fight, dude. Hino Kami motherfucking Kagura all day long.
Kagura all over the place.
Up and down the
everywhere.
streets, dude. Literally. Spoiler alert.
Ugh, I can't wait. I'm excited.
Hino Kami Kagura.
I
Yeah,
need
so
to read that. I just need to get it out of the way and read it.
it's so good. It's so good. I want to buy the last couple volumes. They were in Target the other day, and I started like flipping through them, and I was like, oh, it's just all one fight, dude. The last like 5 volumes, it's just one big fight. Spoiler alert.
I love it.
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna skip One Piece Odyssey. Hey, congrats to the people, the studio behind it. I hope everyone out there playing it enjoys it. Doesn't look like it's for me, but enjoy. Go for it. And Dragon Ball Super Heroes, the movie, grossed 94 mil worldwide. Not as much as One Piece. Damn, I'm surprised. But it is the highest grossing Dragon Ball Z movie to date. So good for them.
Damn. Okay.
Good for them. That's cool. The movies are good. They're fun.
Yeah, the last one I saw was just the Brawly one.
Yeah, once they stop just regurgitating the exposition over and over and they start fighting, it's a good time. I don't need to hear the plot 5 times. Like, I heard it the first time and I was like, I heard it. And then they had to say it again so that all the 5-year-olds in the audience were up to date. And then they said it like 4 more times. And I was like, guys, I know we got it. Broly came from a different planet. We're
he
good.
He hates Goku.
Like, just start throwing fireballs around, please.
Yeah, get it over with. Let me see it. So as I was clicking around on the interwebs, and apparently Jeremy Renner's sister gave an update on his overall health.
Oh yeah.
Afterwards, she explained that they were thrilled with his recovery progress so far. And so apparently he's doing a lot better. So it says he was trying to help somebody who got stuck in the snow with a snowplow, like a neighbor. And somehow the vehicle got free, and in the rush to stop its movement, he was caught under the wheels of the plow.
Jesus.
He was airlifted to a hospital where he's been since then. Was it New Year's Day? She said, "We're so thrilled with his progress. If anyone knows Jeremy, he's a fighter and doesn't mess around. He's crushing all the progress goals. We couldn't feel more positive about the road ahead." And so the sheriff was saying, at this point in the investigation, we do not believe that he was impaired at all, and we believe this is just a tragic accident. The sheriff's office is in possession of the snowplow, and they're analyzing it to rule out any potential mechanical failure of why it may have started to roll. This is part of our normal investigation process for any major investigation. As mentioned earlier, this investigation is ongoing. However, we do not suspect any foul play. I want to repeat that. We do not suspect any foul play. We believe it was just an accident. And the sheriff said he's an honorary deputy sheriff, which is cool. His popularity amongst kids in the Marvel movies, he has a huge impact on those kids that he touched during Shop with the Sheriff. I can guarantee they will never forget that moment that they got. He shared his time with us there, and not only shopped with a few kids, but interact with the kids. He had a huge impact not only in this office and helping us with our outreach with Shop with the Sheriff, which is our biggest event, but throughout the community, he has been very generous. And he's one of those individuals that I can tell you most of the time you don't know that he's doing it, but what he has made is a tremendous impact on this community. So apparently he's like really big. Like I've heard other people talking about how he just does like a lot for like his community there, and that the person that he was trying to help was like a neighbor, and everyone was like, yeah, that's like totally on brand. So apparently he's a super nice guy, and he's like always helping out. And this wasn't any different, just horrifically unlucky at the time.
Yeah, just a freak accident.
So my man better be back slanging arrows in Marvel movies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm wishing him a speedy recovery. I really like Jeremy Renner. Like everything I see him in, he's always consistent. It's really nice to hear that he's a good guy too.
It's always the worst when you got somebody that's like dope as shit, and then you find out they're just horrendous in person.
He's hilarious in the Avengers movie too. Like he has some really great like deadpan humor. Like he's definitely got a good grasp on the character. He was fucking great in Wind River. I love that movie, man.
Such a good fucking movie, dude.
Yeah, guys, go see Wind River. It's intense.
With Elizabeth Olsen and Jeremy Renner,
Yep.
and not an Avengers movie.
It's freaking good. That's made by Taylor Sheridan, who does Yellowstone as well, which kind of deals with some similar concepts, I guess, some similar social issues in terms of like indigenous women being abducted and marginalized in the United States.
Hearing that stat, or I guess seeing that stat at the end of Wind River was like a kick in the nuts.
Yeah, it's a jarring amount of indigenous women that go missing and just never found.
Thousands a year
across North
and they're
America.
never found.
Yeah, it's really fucked up. Yeah, and they kind of they shed a lot of light on that statistic and the nature of those lives and what's going on and how it affects people in Wind River, and then touch on it in the Yellowstone show too.
Yeah, I gotta give that a go. I'm watching so much stuff right now.
It's pretty good. I mean, they got 5 seasons of 10 or 12 episodes, so you got a lot. And some of the episodes are a solid hour, like 57 minutes.
Oh damn!
But it's a good show. I am enjoying it.
Yeah, I gotta give that a go.
Kevin Costner kills it. The actress who plays his daughter, Beth Dutton. She's
good old American girl, Beth Dutton.
The character's so well written. Kelly Riley. She's been in a bunch of stuff, but yeah, she fucking kills it. It's a good show. It's a very good show.
Yeah, I gotta give that a go.
So some other good shit coming out Q1. We got Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. What is that? February 23rd, 27th?
Oh, it's that close. Shit.
And then I think the next one is Guardians 3, which had a great trailer with the In the Meantime playing. Great 90s song.
I saw a TikTok where it's like when you're a Marvel fan and you don't watch trailers, and it was like this person was like recording, and there's like these two guys were like sitting there like next to him, and it was like I think it was the Quantumania trailer was playing, and like they were like plugging their ears really hard, and like one of them was like looking down with his eyes closed, and the other one had his shirt like up over his eyes. So like they're like not watching and trying to like plug their ears, like they wanted nothing. They wanted to see and hear nothing of those trailers.
I'm the same way. Like I'm gonna go see the movie. Apparently it's supposed to be like a monumental film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The real introduction of Kang the Conqueror.
Yeah, I've seen also a bunch of TikToks about like little bits from from Infinity War, like those dialogue that Scott has. And in Shang-Chi, like when they were talking to Wong about the rings, the 10 rings, like there seems to be a lot of like different little bits in like movies as far back as Infinity War that are going to tie directly in with this.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, but I've also been trying to avoid like trailers as much as I can. Like I've seen like some of the theory crafting that people have been doing, but I've avoided like everything I could about the trailers.
Yeah,
I feel like that's the way to go. Like, as soon as I see the teaser trailer, like I'm in. Like, I'm in. You don't have to keep selling it. I'm in.
Yeah, the Spider-Man Far From Home trailer, a No Way Home trailer, just the second one ruined so much for me.
Yeah,
dude, you know what trailer ruined everything for me? Jurassic World, the first one with Chris Pratt. There was so much shit in that trailer. There's one where like the helicopter falls through the atrium. And then it cuts to the scene. They're in the helicopter. They're over the atrium. I'm like, this is gonna crash.
Oh, what is gonna happen?
Like I saw it. Dude, my friends who were with me like hadn't seen any trailers, and I was like, you guys are so lucky because I knew everything that was gonna happen, which sucks.
Yeah, apparently it's not even like it's a completely different arm of the studio that does the cut for the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
So like frequently it's not even like the director doesn't even have any say or like control over what gets made.
Yeah.
Like what gets cut together for the trailer. And so like whoever's involved or whoever's in charge of that. Some trailers are great. They give you just enough and you're like, oh, this looks sick. And then other trailers are just like I basically feel like I watched the movie.
Dude,
like one trailer.
Do you remember I think it was like 2015 when Terminator Genesis was coming out, which I think had Arnold I don't know. Some other, was Arnold in this one? I don't fucking know.
Was that the most recent one? The new one
I
with Gabriel Luna?
Sure, maybe. Um, I just know. I remember the director put out a statement because I saw the trailer, and in the trailer, spoilers on Terminator Genesis. There we go. If you haven't
Oh,
seen
no, I
it,
remember this one.
In the trailer, John Connor turns out to be a Terminator. Like I guess through the first like 2 acts of the movie, he's the good guy, and then it turns out he's the bad guy, and that's a huge moment. And they put that in the fucking trailer. And the director made a public statement being like, why would they do this? Like, this is like the big moment where the audience goes, ay, Dios mío. And like,
And it's in the goddamn trailer.
yeah, what the fuck? Dude, you want to talk about RSV? You want to talk about the flu? You want to talk about COVID? Fuck all that. Fuck those pandemics. There's a spoiler pandemic going on.
Truly.
It's out of
It's a
control.
problem.
Go watch the movie.
Speaking of Gabriel Luna, he's in The Last of Us.
Really?
Yeah.
That's the guy
So
from
I'm,
Andor, right? No, it's a different guy.
No, this is
Wait.
he played the T whichever in the Dark Fate
That's
Terminator,
right.
the most
That's
recent
right.
one.
Oh, okay, that was the most recent one.
Yeah. He also played fucking Ghost Rider in Agents of Shield.
Oh shit. Okay.
Which
yeah,
was
he
very
plays
fucking cool.
Pedro Pascal's brother.
Oh, very
Yeah,
cool.
He plays Tommy.
Oh, he plays Tommy.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I love it.
I can't wait.
Dude,
dude.
they did such a good job with his Ghost Rider in Agents of Shield. He plays Robbie Reyes. He's like I think he's the current he's a current one in the comics right now. And he has the like the old, like, I don't know what year, but he's got like the old Charger with like the big like blower on the hood.
Okay.
And so, you know, Johnny Storm or Johnny Blaze, whatever the fuck his name is, wrong franchise. He has the bike, you know, the motorcycle.
Yeah.
Like that's his Ghost Rider like thing. But in this one for Robbie Reyes, it's that Charger. So like the blower starts spewing out fire, like the tires turn into like fire. And it's so cool. And they did such a good job with him in Agents of Shield. And he did a really good job playing Ghost Rider.
That's awesome. Man. Yeah, everybody raves about that show.
Oh, it's so fucking good. The only like it's both its downside and its upside is how long it is. It's like 7 or 8 seasons of like 20 something episodes.
Yeah.
So like it's so much TV, but fuck me up. It's so good. If you like Marvel, like I almost say you have to see Agents of Shield.
That's great.
It's so good.
That's great.
Like
You know,
season one runs.
I feel like
it runs in tandem with some of the MCU movies. So you get when Shield gets blown up from the inside out with Hydra, like that happens in the show, and like you get to see like that impact on Shield on the inside, like in the show. Ugh, so good.
I fucking love that, dog. I just
So
like
good.
so many fans are so passionate. So like when they're invested in a series and the payout is good, they feel like it was all worth it. Like it just warms my nerd heart, you know? It makes me feel good. I'm sick of all the crap out there. It's too much crap. DC.
Yeah,
We'll
man.
We'll see. We'll see what's up with what's it called? Shazam, right? When does that come out? Is that coming out soon?
I have no fucking idea.
Fury of the Gods. I saw a trailer for it when I saw Avatar with my grandma. Comes out March 17th. Yeah.
That's not too bad. That's not too far away. What a bummer! Like that whole the whole DCEU is in right now. Like that whole predicament.
Dude, as long as they keep making Batman movies, I'm okay.
Yeah, but like I want more than that.
Yeah, no, I feel bad for DC fans for sure. They couldn't get this universe together. They couldn't do anything really cohesive. I will say like, Matt Reeves the Batman was fucking really good though.
It was good. It's just like Marvel started like the slow game. Like they went the slow and calculated route like a decade ago. And DC didn't. and so now they're trying to play catch up, and they're trying to weave their this giant universe like Marvel has been doing the past 10 years. And it's like you can't just like spin up a universe and be like, hey everyone, are you excited? It's like, I mean, not really.
I mean, the movies leading up to the Justice League were okay. Honestly, I wasn't crazy about Batman versus Superman. I wasn't crazy about Man of Steel. And then Justice League, I mean, unfortunately, the director was met with tragedy. And then
I also feel like the main problem was Zack Snyder's take.
Zack Snyder, thank you.
His take on Superman is like Zack Snyder doesn't know how to do like upbeat and like positive characters, and so like that's what Superman is. Like just at his core, he's just good, like pure good. And like Zack Snyder only knows how to do like dark and broody, so it's like that doesn't really work for Superman.
Is that
and like that's
you don't think so? I mean, I'm not a huge DC fan, so I can't.
Yeah, it's like he's like a Boy Scout. Like he's just like, he's just a happy character. Like he's just a very positive, bright character.
Mm-hmm.
And then like there's no end to his hope and like his like optimism. Like that's who he is as a character. And then Zack Snyder gives you this like dark and broody and like I'm Superman. Like I'm a wandering nomad who keeps to himself, and it's like that's not Superman. That's not Clark Kent at all.
Yeah.
And so just like that's why I feel like, I mean, I liked Man of Steel. Like I thought it was fine, but like he's just too dark. And then in that movie, spoiler alert, he kills General Zod. Like, how are you gonna make a Superman movie where he kills somebody?
He didn't want to. He really did not want to.
Right, but he still does it. Like, why put him in a position where he has to kill? Like, you know what I mean? Like, Superman doesn't kill people. It was the same thing with Batman and Batman vs Superman. Like, Batman is just killing people, and it's like both of these characters. That was my
favorite part.
Yeah. Like he has, like they both have a very, very, very like strict no kill rule, and in both of their movies are just killing people, and it's just like, well, those aren't my characters. Those aren't my heroes.
Yeah, I think they really fucked up by bringing in Josh Whedon to finish out production on the Justice League, because he has such a different. I don't think Josh Whedon has any style, quite frankly.
No, he doesn't.
He's just
also
makes
an asshole.
The movie. Apparently, he's an asshole. Okay.
Yeah.
He's just. I mean, if you look at the Avengers, there's no style. Some of the frame rates of those scenes drives me bananas because it looks like a soap opera. Honestly, I don't know why he insists on filming at a higher frame rate. Because I think film shoots at, is it 24 or 30 frames per second?
I believe it's 24.
It's 24, right?
29.
Or yeah. And there's some scenes that are just like an increased frame rate. It just looks freaking weird, dude. But they were like, oh, Josh Whedon did a superhero team up movie. Let's just get him to do the
But funnily enough, his brother Jed Whedon took over Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. for most of it, and he crushed it. Like, arguably, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was like at its worst when it was Joss Whedon at the beginning.
It's just, yeah, Zack Snyder's style is so different. It's like, oh, you're missing someone on the soccer team, and you're like, oh, I got this baseball player here. You play sport, right? Why not play this sport? Like, no, it's
you're an athlete,
different.
right?
We have different skills. This is different.
These are different
you
sports,
can run
different
and
skills.
kick, right?
Yeah, just do it. It's fine.
Yeah, so they really fucked up there, because that should have been their big movie. Unfortunately, it grossed a ton of money, even though it was absolute dog trash.
Most movies pretty much do nowadays, which is a bummer.
657 million budget was 300 mil. Yeah, so they made money.
What I'm really excited for.
Oh no, it had to hit a break-even point of $750 million. Holy fuck. Oof. Okay, you know what?
Yikes.
Good, because don't.
Good.
Well, don't put out absolute hot dumpster trash and expect the fans to come out in droves. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's messed up. I feel like you betray the people that are keeping your company alive when you just greenlight dog shit like that. It makes me salty,
It's
Robert. It makes me salty.
as it should, because us being game enthusiasts, we see it enough there, and we don't need it in our movies either.
Speaking of games coming out, Dead Space remake, January 27th. I'm stoked. And then
Forspoken, January 24th.
that's right. Forspoken looks great.
Hogwarts Legacy, February 2nd.
Mm-hmm.
Got some good shit coming out.
Did I send you this meme I saw the other day? I mean, I
don't
honestly I
know.
feel bad because there's this huge riff in the community between whether or not to play Hogwarts Legacy because
Yeah.
people don't want to support it because J.K.
So
Rowling's
here's
transphobic, but also she didn't make this game, so I don't. It sucks. It's a shitty place for the fans to be in.
yeah. So like here's my stance. So two things. So one, she's been a billionaire for a very long time. So like, as much as like, I think it's okay and maybe advised to like try and boycott her stuff. You not buying this video game is not going to hurt her bottom line. So it's not like you're voting with your wallet to like affect her bottom line. Like that's not going to be a thing anymore. Like her and like the next 5 generations of her bloodline are set for life. That's just unavoidable at this point. And then also too, like you mentioned, like she had, I'm pretty sure, effectively zero input on the game at all.
Yeah.
And like the only reason why she's going to be making money is because this is the universe that she built, or like the world that she built. And it's like I feel like it's okay to not buy the game, and I feel like it's okay to buy the game. Like buying the game isn't going to make you a bad person, and it's not you advocating for like the poor treatment of these marginalized groups. Like fuck her, she sucks. She's already made her money. She's already fucking got hers. Unfortunately, like that ship has sailed. We're not going to, make any sort of dent in her pocket. So, fuck it,
dude. I respect that stance. Let people make their own decisions.
Yeah, like it's okay to not buy it.
Yeah, no, I understand it.
But I also think buying it doesn't make you a bad person.
Yeah, I mean, I really hope. I'm not a huge Harry Potter fan myself, but I hope that a portion of the community could say, hey, like, we don't fucking like you, but we love this world, and we've loved it for 20 years, and we want to, we want to enjoy the content created. So I hope they can, because the game does look good. It's really, I mean, when's the last time like a good Harry Potter game came out? It was on like Game Boy Color, right?
Like opening like a proper like RPG like this, never. I'm pretty sure,
dude. Harry Potter on Game Boy Color was the shit, dude. I don't know if you remember.
I did not play that one.
Oh my god, you missed. Get an emulator going. What an experience. It was fantastic.
My first Pokemon that was like mine was Game Boy Color. Pokemon Yellow on a yellow Game Boy Color.
Ooh.
It was a good time.
That's how you knew your parents loved you.
Yeah, man.
You were strutting your stuff with Pokemon Yellow and a Game Boy Color.
I had Pokemon Yellow, a Game Boy Color. My Pikachu's name was Buddy. And he was my buddy.
And he was a dog.
He was a dog. He was the greatest, and I loved him. That was mine. Yeah, and then like the first game console that I got, that was mine because I grew up with 3 older brothers. So like there were no like solely owned game consoles. And then so the first one that I got that was like for me and me alone was a PS2 when I was in like middle school.
What was that like, unwrapping that?
Oh, it was pretty tight. I unwrapped games first, I think. And I was like, oh shit, these are PlayStation games. And then it was a PS2 Slim.
Ooh.
Not that big fat boy.
Sexy.
Pretty cool. I was pretty cool.
Dude, I remember unwrapping my PS2. It was my 12th birthday, and there's this iconic photo of me hugging Grandma Dee Dee as tightly as I can with a half unwrapped PS2 on the table next to us. And another picture of me with Grandpa Kenny. I got my arm around him. I'm wearing a Yu-Gi-Oh t-shirt, and I'm just like loving life, man. What a birthday. And they bought me a Wile E. Coyote Looney Tunes game. And I think I had like Virtual Fighter 4 and like the Italian Job maybe on PS1. Those are the games I got.
What a movie.
Oh, and they bought me it was a 3D Pac-Man game. It was a Pac-Man platformer on PS2. And they're like, "Oh, Pac-Man and Wile E. Coyote." Dude, that Wile E. Coyote game was pretty good. I'm not going to lie. What was this? Pac-Man World? I think it was just Pac-Man World 2. It was not bad.
I don't know if I'm familiar with that one.
Bro. Blow the dust off the PS2 Slim. Get you some Pac-Man World 2. It looks exactly like Banjo-Kazooie.
How much are PlayStation 2s nowadays? I wonder.
Dollars, dude.
You think dozens?
All right, let's see. All right, I'm on eBay. PS2. What? Oh, well, this is like a huge collection. PS2 bundle, 12 games, $190. Let me see what they're selling for. Hold up. Jumpy and I'm gonna be completely honest, Rob. Jumpy and I, we have two PS2s. I know which one's mine because mine has a huge scratch on the top of it. Still works perfectly. Disc tray's a little slow. The disc tray's like an old dog with arthritis walking down the stairs. The N64s, dude, gun to my head, I could not tell you which one's mine and which one's hers. When we moved in together, I should have put a sticker on the bottom of mine. I have no idea.
There's an excellent condition refurbished PS2 Slim on Amazon for $224.
Dude, I'm seeing them. So one sold January 15th, $90. A bunch of games, $120. A PS3, the big one, sold for $260. Here we go. A console for parts. Yeah. Wow. So a working one, almost $100. Holy crap. The silver one, $115. Wow, dude. I would not expect that. I guess, I mean, they're not making any more, right? If you got a working PS2, it's a relic at this point.
They are not making them anymore, yeah. I mean, that's
that's confirmed.
That's a museum
that
piece.
I know, yeah. Wow, that's cool.
That much I do know. They're not being made anymore. Damn, Battletoads on the NES cartridge going for $130 at this like retro game store near me.
Dude, when I eventually when I I don't know, I got like money to blow, one thing I would love to get into for no reason is buying sealed video games. That's anytime I'm at like a shop and they've got like sealed copies of like Smash Bros or like Jet Force Gemini or like the N64 games that I loved and they're sealed. There's something inside me that I need it, you know? And that's the thing, it's sealed. I'm never going to open it and play it. It's the dumbest thing to buy. It's the worst thing I could spend money on. I'm going to put it on a shelf and it's going to sit there and it's going to be my kid's problem one day. And I know that.
Truly.
But every time I see it, I'm going to be like, yeah, I got that. One sold, Jet Force Gemini sealed from Mexico. $160, brother.
$160.
It's in pretty good condition. Yeah, no, that's the dumb hobby I would love to have. That's gonna be my old man like ships in a bottle thing. Like, you know.
That'd be the ships in the bottle. That's perfect.
Dude, my grandpa used to do that to me when I was a kid. When like Phantom Menace came out, he got me a Darth Maul action figure. He was like, "Don't open it." I was like, "What are you talking about?" And I like ripped it open. I don't regret that for a second. But he was the one who was like, you got to keep everything in the box. And I was like, no way. You are crazy.
No shot. They're coming out.
0% chance of that, dude.
Man, we got confirmation that there's AAA Avatar games that are being developed. There's supposed to be like a
the Last Airbender or Blue People?
Last Airbender.
Okay.
I will never give a shit about anything Blue People Avatar.
I see you. The new movie was fine.
I'm sure it was
once
fine.
the blue people start killing humans, That's when I was like, all right, dope. This is what we came for.
You're like, fuck, I'm in. I want to.
Yeah,
see,
like
I
like
wanna
this
see
is why I've
these
been sitting
people.
here this whole time with these stupid glasses on my face and a migraine.
Yeah.
I want to see you wreck some
Stupid
humans,
fucking glasses.
right? Dude, I was talking to I made a new friend on set yesterday. We were talking about Avatar, and he was like, "Yeah, I snuck into the movie to go see it in 3D." And I was like, "How'd you get glasses?" He's like, "I reached into the bin at the end of the theater where it says
I just
recycle your
grabbed them.
glasses. I pulled a pair out. I coated them down with Purell, and I sat down and I watched the movie." And I like laughed. I was like, "Wait, are you serious?" He's like, "Oh yeah." I'm like, "All right, nice. Hey, you saved yourself $21.
Literally.
Good for you. Got a double feature."
We also found out that I think you've heard us mention it before, that the Netflix adaptation for Avatar,
Mm-hmm.
$10 million an episode.
Ooh, dude, is that becoming like the market price for TV
That's
shows?
like, apparently, if you can swing it, you're getting good budgets.
You're getting 10
So
mil an episode.
So straight up Game of Thrones budget. So they got $100 million budget for the first season, which is 10 episodes.
Good for them, man. Hey, once again, the fans deserve it. They've been so loyal all these years. Give them some good content.
Give us some good fucking food.
Yeah,
So we're getting
get
they're
M
getting-
Night Shyamalan the
finally.
fuck out of here, please.
Get him away from my Avatar, please. But yeah, so it's they said it's 10 episodes, hour long each. So we get 10 hours runtime for the first season, which is the same amount of time as the cartoon. So they're just longer episodes. You know, it's like the cartoon was like little 20-minute episodes. So it's basically going to be 3 episodes worth of, of the cartoon that should be bundled into each episode.
Okay.
So to kind of give them time to like really flesh out like those episodes. But so it'll be same overall runtime. They'll just be hour long.
And this is a Netflix series?
Yeah, the Netflix live action adaptation.
Okay. Let's see what's
So
up. Dude.
I'm right in the perfect place to just be absolutely soul crushed.
Dude, we're
by
both getting
this
$100
sucking.
million series. You're getting Avatar: The Last Airbender. I'm getting One Piece.
You're getting One Piece,
And there's
yeah.
a Yu Yu Hakusho live action. So we'll see.
Really?
I don't
know if I knew about that.
know. We'll see.
Yeah, damn.
I don't know how much money they're getting. Judging by the promotional images, that looked like 10 grand an episode, not 10 mil. But we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I want to be wrong about One Piece. It's just like I just don't know if like that type of anime can be adapted into live action successfully.
Yeah. It's a very silly world. I don't know. Hey, we'll see. The showrunner was like, "I'm the biggest One Piece fan ever." I'm like, "All right, dude, step aside, relax." Dude.
I'll have you know, I'm the biggest One Piece fan ever.
There's a million other otaku nerds who would say the same. So we'll see. We'll see what you could do with $10 million every. How long does it take to shoot an episode? 2 weeks? 3 weeks? Let's see what you could do.
Dude,
The Fallout show, apparently 100 mil for the first 2 episodes.
That's
crazy.
crazy.
I think that's unconfirmed
That
right
is
now.
crazy.
But they had to cut an episode because the budget is so insanely high. That's all I know at this point. That's all I'm at liberty to say. And that I'm finding out that information like fourth hand. It's essentially a rumor. But we shall see.
I really want them. There's no way it's that much money. That's crazy.
Dude, I mean, Amazon blew so much money on the Lord of the Rings show, too. Stupid amounts.
And everyone said that show was okay, I guess.
It was okay. I don't know. I watched it. I don't even know if I really enjoyed it. Honestly. I'm not even trying to be like salty, like I don't want to sound like the guy who hates everything. I just thought I was underwhelmed. And I think a lot of people have said the same.
Yeah, I mean, it just kind of seems like everyone.
I'll say this:
everyone's
I
been
would
saying it's
I
just
would
kind of
rather
okay.
watch any of the 3 Lord of the Rings movies than watch that season of the show again.
Yikes.
Yeah. Hey, they tried.
That's all you can do at the end of the day, you know?
Yeah. Is what it is, dog.
Is there going to be more to it, or is it just that?
Oh, there's definitely gonna be a lot more. That's the thing too. They set you up for a lot more. So
Yeah.
we'll see what's up when Daddy Sauron rears his ugly head. Maybe things will start ramping up. We'll see.
Here's the hoping.
That and then March, Resident Evil 4 remake, which Resident Evil was when that 4 is when that series peaked. What was that, like 2005, 2006? That was it. So I'm so freaking happy they remade this game. Shut up and take my money. And then March is also Mandalorian season 3. Yes, please. Thank you, Disney. Finally, some good fucking shows. March 1st.
The best part of Boba Fett was the Mandalorian episodes, which is truly unfortunate.
Yep. Is what it is.
I still need to watch Andor because everyone says that's the only good Star Wars show stuff that's come out so far.
Andor was pretty good. Definitely a slow start. I went on like a full 10-minute rant after the first 2-hour-long episodes where I was like, what is happening? Like, nothing has happened the first 2 episodes. Like, please, like, give me something. But pretty good show. Pretty good show overall. Nice adult Star Wars. It was like, I don't know, it was definitely geared towards a more mature audience, which I appreciated.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see that Mel Brooks's History of the World Part 2 is coming out?
Dude, I saw that they were making that.
Yeah.
I got to see this teaser trailer they put out. History of the World. My mom showed me that when I was maybe like 10 or 11 years old. It was fucking hilarious, dude.
It's so good. Dude, everybody is in this bitch. Fucking Wanda Sykes, Nick Kroll, Ike Barinholtz, fucking Josh Gad, Kumail Nanjiani, Seth Rogen, JB Smoove, Taika Waititi.
History of the World is like mandatory viewing.
Absolutely.
Like
pretty much anything Mel Brooks you have to see.
Yeah. It's just good fucking comedy.
But yeah, they're that cast, it's got literally fucking everybody in it.
Oh, that's exciting. Yeah, I gotta watch. I saw today that they released a teaser trailer, so I'm stoked for that. Good for Mel Brooks. I mean, that man is in his 90s. He's still got it.
He's still kicking.
He's still got it. Good for him. My God, 96 years old and 5'5". He and I are seeing eye to eye. Love that. God bless him. Young Frankenstein, Blazing Saddles, Spaceballs, History of the World Part 1, Robin Hood, Men in Tights, The Producers. I mean, untouchable. Those are 6 like untouchable films.
Truly a mastermind.
Good for him. And then Paws of Fury, The Legend of Hank. What? Oh no, he does a voice in that.
Yeah.
Okay.
He does quite a bit of voiceover work, I'm pretty sure. Or at least he used to anyway.
Yeah, good for him. Yeah, I'm sorry. We got some good stuff coming out these next couple months. Good time to be a nerd.
We got some good shit.
We'll have some salty takes. So we got Last of Us in 20 minutes. So
I'm ready. I'm ready. So also what we do? We did
The French Dispatch. Yeah.
French Dispatch. It was a good one. Not my favorite of his.
Yeah.
But it was still very good. So those of you that haven't seen The French Dispatch, came out in 2021?
2020?
2022?
This is his most recent movie.
Something like that. Yeah, it came out not so long ago. But if you like Wes Anderson, it's very much a Wes Anderson movie.
Yeah. I enjoyed it. I mean, once again, he's got an all-star cast.
And it was shot beautifully.
Mm-hmm. It's got some funny moments.
Beautifully.
Dude, his use of symmetry, his use of color.
Unbelievable.
Of environmental storytelling. I love it.
It was great.
You know what
you want to watch?
Sorry.
What do you want to watch next? You're asking about.
I mean, we could stay on Wes Anderson. Maybe do Life Aquatic, Grand Budapest Hotel. Or we can move on. You know,
really good one.
I don't know. I shouldn't be in charge of picking the movies anymore. I did like The Menu. I did like the French Dispatch. Not my favorite again, but
The Menu was good. I'm glad we watched The Menu.
Me too. would
It
recommend.
took me a bit to get into because I didn't realize how much of a satirical like horror comedy it was going to be,
Mm-hmm.
and like it took me a bit to get into it because of that. Where it was like they leaned into the satire of like the bougie like chef and food world.
Mm-hmm.
Like they did that great, but like going into it, I didn't realize that's what it was going to be. So like it came off really pretentious at first until I realized what they were doing. I was like, okay, and it started to kind of grow on me.
Dude,
So if you're gonna watch it,
I wouldn't be
keep that in
surprised if
mind.
those restaurants exist.
Oh, they most certainly do.
Yeah.
Like just the super just like relax as fucking food, like calm down. It is starting to get a little bit better, but like when the whole like restaurants were like racing towards Michelin stars and James Beard awards,
Mm-hmm.
it was just like just ridiculous. Like
You could taste the pretension in
autofillating,
every bite.
it was just ridiculous. It was just all about like gastrochemistry and
Mhm.
fucking like these like new wave gastropubs, and it's just like, God, you guys are like so pretentious.
Dude,
Like,
honestly, I respect all that. My baseline is that you should never leave a multi-course dinner hungry. That's all I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
I understand portions are important, how much you're going to ingest. Some things are extremely flavorful, whatever. You don't want to have like a whole plate of it. There's
Yeah.
multiple courses, but you should not leave hungry. That's
the whole like
criminal.
the whole like multi-sensory like food experience. Like you don't only eat with your mouth, like you eat like with your sense of smell and your eye. Like shut up. Give me food to eat.
I think that was one of the things I
Enough.
respected about the menu was there were the multi-sensory courses that were just 1 or 2 bites, but then the main course was a heavier protein dish. I was
Right.
like, okay, like yeah. We're gonna eat tonight. I love that.
Yeah, like I'm like, don't get me wrong, I'm bougie, like I'm cool with it, but like that can't be your main selling point.
No, like I shouldn't
Like-
have to grab a slice of pizza after dinner.
Right. Like I shouldn't have to go run by fucking Five Guys on the way home.
Yeah, no, absolutely
from this
fucking not. Then you failed. Then 0 Michelin stars.
0 stars. Great shame onto your family.
Yeah, absolutely. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Did you
I'll see you tomorrow.
fuck you and I'll see you tomorrow. Did you see the food that I got from that food truck yesterday?
No,
that I posted
dude.
in-
I ended up being at
in the
work
food
until
channel?
2:00 in the morning.
Hit
Um,
up Food Discuss real quick.
Let me hit up the food discussion channel.
Hit it up real
in our
quick. I
lovely
want to get a
Discord.
live reaction.
Let me see. Oh my God. Are those? What is that?
Oh, God.
Tandoori tacos and birria quesadilla. You fucking naughty boy.
Brother, when I tell
Wow.
you those tandoori tacos were, I don't have words. I can't put them into words. If you look at it and like understand that it's like tandoori chicken but in tacos,
Mm-hmm.
just know that it tastes exactly as you think they do based on that picture.
Is that a tortilla or a pita I'm looking at?
For which one? The
The
tacos?
tandoori tacos. Yeah.
Yeah, it's tortilla. It's
Okay.
like fried.
So-
Not like fried, but like,
Let me paint
Yeah.
our listeners a picture real quick. You've got these beautifully browned half moon tortillas. It looks like 4, 5 of them just laying on each other, just perfectly spooning the necks. And then it's drizzle. It's got some white crema, little ramekin of hot sauce, little ramekin of some green sauce. Whew. I mean, just the color of these tacos, and then that quesadilla, dude.
quesadilla was good. The tacos better. The quesadilla was solid,
Oh my God.
very solid. But I got it from it was like an Indian Mexican fusion. It's called the Urban Turban.
Okay, nice.
It was fantastic.
Love that name.
Absolutely fantastic.
Holy shit, tandoori chicken.
So-
Rob, you fucking earned it, man.
Bro, they were wonderful. Absolutely
oh my
wonderful.
God. This is what life's all about. This is why life is worth living. These 2 dishes.
They were
right here.
spectacular.
God damn. I'm
So I'll have to
jealous.
run you by when y'all come to visit.
Yes, please. All of this, please. 2 of everything. Love
Ugh.
that. Oh, I'm
They're
hungry.
incredible.
All right, I'm gonna grab something
Go
to
get some
eat
food. Yeah, get
before
some
The
food
Last of
before
Us.
The Last
We
of
got
Us.
15 minutes, 14 minutes. I'm super excited. Friends,
Just have time to get ready.
let's get ready. I'm super excited. We're gonna be back on next week. We'll talk Last of Us. We'll talk life. Maybe we'll talk George Santos. We'll see what else comes to light about him.
Oh
Dude,
my god.
my guy lives to lie. He loves to lie. He just can't.
It almost
stop.
seems compulsive at this point.
Yeah, dude, stop. Why are you doing this?
It's literally because is the answer.
Did you think you would never get caught, you crazy person?
So the also really funny implication is his birth certificate has never been made public.
Okay.
So like we don't actually know what his name is.
Oh my, stop it, dude.
Because we've heard different things, we don't know.
and
Like,
just none of us would be surprised. Like literally none of us. I love that all the New York senators are just like, nah. We're like, you could be here, but we're not working with you. And he's like, okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
that's
there
okay.
was I forgot who it was. I saw an article today. It was somebody who was basically saying like if he like there's allegations that he committed campaign finance like fraud,
Mhm.
and I think it was it former speaker Paul Ryan, that fucking idiot. He was saying that he could be removed from Congress if he's found guilty on those charges.
Yeah.
So if the GOP wants a free fall guy, like he's the prime candidate, because like he does not look good for them being a compulsive liar about fucking everything.
No, but he's another seat in the House. So
that's true. That is true.
Yep.
So it's gonna put them in an interesting.
I think
position.
he resides over my area too, or a portion of my area.
Are you one of his constituents?
I honestly might be, which is crazy.
Yo, call your congressman, dude.
This is crazy.
see if you can get him to join us on the podcast, and we can just talk
George.
to him.
Yeah, let's set the record straight. George,
we'll get the real.
Should I call you George?
Tony, I don't know what to. Anthony,
you know what? I like this. I'm gonna reach out to him this week. I'll reach out to his people.
Reach out to his people. See what we can get
his
figured
people
out.
will talk to our people, and we'll put him in touch with Big Cry. Who's our people? We need a secretary. We need that guy in the chair. You know how Joe Rogan has Jamie, right?
Big Cry, pull that up real quick.
We need Big Cry. Where is he? He's sleeping. Sleeping on the job. Unbelievable.
Always sleeping
dude.
on the job, man.
I'm taking this out of your pay. He doesn't care.
He doesn't care. He gets one less can of wet food.
Oh, that's cruel. Now I just feel
right. I don't want to start.
Fuck.
All right, fine. Extra wet food. Fine.
You're getting
Fine.
stuffed, dude. You're gonna hate the wet food. I'm buying you wet food, but it's gonna be the pate. It's gonna be gross.
Ugh. Yuck.
Usually they get grilled with gravy. They get good shit. I'm just kidding.
Outside.
They love the pate. I can't punish them. Less cuddles, then we both lose.
Dude.
You know.
It's a lose-lose, truly.
Right. Fucking hell, dude. Kids these days.
Kids these days can't live with them.
Cats
can't live without them. God, I love cats. They're so cute.
They're so freaking cute. How's your cat?
She's doing good. I'm trying to get her out of her shell.
I like
that. It's a very slow moving game.
Mm-hmm.
But we're getting there.
One day at a time. I like that she's lovey-dovey. That's a good sign.
She's wonderful. She loves being pet.
That's great. Because my new cat hates human contact. So.
Oh no.
Yeah, you got one up on us in that department.
The poor girl. Mine's just really shy. Please. She's so shy.
Ours is not shy, but she wants what she wants, and don't touch. She bites.
No pets, only touch.
No pets, only pate.
Yeah. Less pets, more pate, please.
Okay. Hey, Alex picked her out. This is her fault.
It's all her fault.
Yep. I will say our new cat is so freaking cute that she could stick around. It's fine.
She's adorable.
She's great eye candy. And she slap boxes Big Cry, which is also pretty cute, and we got that on camera. So like, all right, we're getting some entertainment. It's fine.
It's all worth it.
You could stay.
It's all worth it.
I'm still waiting on her first rent payment though. When's that gonna come?
Oh my god. Pay up already.
Pay
up.
You're
getting evicted.
You lazy animal.
Ugh. All she does is lounge around like she owns the place.
Right?
Crazy.
The
audacity these
Can
days.
I claim them as dependents on my W-2?
I mean, you can. That does increase your chances of being audited at some point. But like, yeah, physically, there's nothing stopping you from doing that.
Okay.
I don't condone tax fraud.
Really?
But
Because
just-
what you're telling me right now is you could probably do tax fraud.
I'm not condoning. I'm just saying that you could.
Okay.
Like, there's nothing actually stopping you from doing it and getting the money. Aside from knowing that it is
Aside
tax fraud.
from hefty fines and a potential prison sentence?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
So you could be fined and or in prison for some amount of time
You
and
can't
money.
see it, but I'm like raising and lowering my hands like a scale, kind of weighing the pros and cons there. Tax fraud, I don't know.
Yeah, it can be done, and there is a chance that you don't get caught, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Whether you choose to do so is entirely up to you.
I mean, do people really end up going to jail for tax fraud? I feel like prove it, you know?
I mean, they can. Fun fact, Martha Stewart did not go to prison for insider trading.
What did she go to prison for?
Making false statements to the FBI.
Oh, yeah.
She didn't actually get charged and convicted on insider trading.
That's a gamble too, you know?
So if she literally just shut the fuck up and didn't talk to the FBI without her lawyer, she never would have seen jail time.
It's just like the FBI is always trying to trap you, right? Or like, all right, if there's anything you haven't told us, are you sure?
Right.
We're going to find out. And you're like, yeah, good luck. And then they actually find out. And you're like, fuck. You rolled the dice, you know?
If there's anything you take away from listening to this episode of the podcast is do not talk to the police at all without a lawyer present.
Yeah. Don't even tell them your name, date of birth, whatever.
It is unless you legally have to. Some states require you to legally have to.
I mean, they're probably going to want to see some ID. So they're probably going to have that basic information. But what happened? Where were you last night? Blah, blah, blah.
You shut the fuck up. It is your right as an American citizen to not self-incriminate. Yeah.
And you know what's going to happen? You're going to sit there in the interrogation room. And it's going to be boring. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and there is precedent set that you have to straight up say that you are invoking your right to remain silent. Because if you just remain silent and not say anything, that doesn't count. So like you have to say I'm invoking my right.
Would that be like impeding an investigation? Is there some lesser charge that they could potentially bring on you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. Or like you can be effectively compelled to answer until you stated that you're invoking that right. Because just remaining silent doesn't count as enough notice that you're invoking the right. And so you have to tell them.
Okay.
Say, I'm
you got to
my right
state
to
the rules first and then abide by them. That's fair.
Correct.
You can't just sit there with your arms crossed because they're like, what's going on? Are you invoking your right?
You have to say something.
You got a sore throat. What's like just fill us in. It's really just
once
courteous.
once you say like I will not talk to you without a lawyer, like they can't continue. Like they can't keep asking you questions essentially.
Okay.
And so, like, until you do that, they can just,
and
keep
that's the
asking
thing.
questions.
They can, in a lot of the true crime podcasts that I listen to, they can and they will, in an effort to, extract information. They have a job to do as well.
Yeah, and they're allowed to lie to you too. You're not allowed to lie to the police, but they are allowed to lie to you to get information out of you.
Yeah, they will use forms of trickery, which isn't necessarily.
Well, no,
illegal.
like, but legally they are allowed to lie to you. Like if they're asking you questions to extract information from you, like they are allowed to say false things to you to get you to confess or to like divulge details.
Ooh. Is that admissible in court?
It is.
Fucking
sure
hell,
is.
Dude. That's kind of scary.
Yeah, so like there's a number of so that they're legally allowed to lie to you for one. When they arrest you and they're reading you your Miranda rights, like they say anything you say can and will be used against you. Like, why would you want to talk to somebody that can and will use anything you say against you in court?
Yeah, that's a good point.
I'm not going to give you anything to use against me in court if that's the case. So, don't talk to the fucking cops.
Yeah, there it is, people.
Don't be like Martha Stewart. Don't put yourself in prison.
Yeah, lesson learned. Sorry, Martha.
Yeah. Sucks to suck.
Sucks to... I'm just happy she's doing well. I'm just happy she's doing well.
Oh yeah, she's not hurting. She'll be fine. She'll be all
right.
Yeah.
Friends, I love you. Thank you so much for listening. We'll see you next
One of these
week.
days we're gonna be on video. It's gonna be great.
We're gonna be on video. Maybe next week. Keep those peepers
dare I say it? Maybe
peeled.
next week.
I don't know. Anything could happen.
Yeah.
Let's see. We'll fire up these cameras. You get to see me and Robert, our beautiful fucking faces. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to keep hard eye contact with my camera the entire time.
You seen NVIDIA Broadcast has an AI powered thing that they added to like the whole NVIDIA Broadcast suite where it will maintain eye contact to the camera using AI. Like you can look away, but it fixes the video to make it look like you're still looking at the camera.
Can we please do a hard eye contact episode?
We never break eye contact.
Oh my god, I'm just picturing like two bulging like cartoon eyeballs like coming out of my
like googly
skull.
eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, just for your viewing pleasure. Enjoy.
So, look out, it's coming.
Look, keep those peepers peeled. All right, love you guys.
Peepers peeled.
We'll see you next week. Keep it salty.
Y'all have a fantastic night.
Yeah, have a great night. Last of Us. 3 minutes, baby. Let's go.
I might.
Yeah, and this is where the song plays. Swamp Dad. Check him out. SoundCloud.
Spotify. He's everywhere.
Yep.